one and only AV Spazn.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Yo, bro, thank you for having me, bro.
So AV, for the people that are watching you for the first time, where did your name come from?
So, AV Spazn, I had many names before, as many of us, trying to figure
Mm.
out what we're gonna do. So I just took my initials, I go by Victor Alexander. So I just flipped them, and I had like a lot of issues with, anger growing up. I'm always spazzing, so I'm like, yo, AV Spazn, yo.
Where were you born?
Jamaica Plain. You know what I'm saying? Then I moved to Somerville. I've been all over the place, but I'm from JP.
Okay. So when did you start, getting interested in music? How did that, come about?
My uncle, he was a producer as well, and I kind of like was always hearing him from the other room, and we could never go in there. Me and Danny always trying to get in the room and like get us like let us just sit down. We ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So the inspiration came through from him, and then me and D started rapping, and we used to get hit for swearing on tracks. We were young. We were like 8, 9 years old. We always had
Yeah.
a love for music. I always knew that me and D would do this. And
Okay.
then later on, he linked up with you, and from there, like another inspiration sparked. I'm like, wow, dude, these dudes are crazy with it, bro. And like from house parties, like literally house parties, like you know what I'm saying? Like I remember y'all getting like 60 people in a room in an attic performing, and everybody just loved it. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I want to be a part of this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I need to be a part of this. And that's where it really came from, bro. And I've been in groups. I've been a solo artist. I've been in a label. I was an artist when I first started. I was rapping, and D Voice was my engineer. I wouldn't go to nobody else. He just knew what I wanted. Feel me? So since he's passed away, I've been trying to chase that sound because I know I'm not gonna get it back because he's not here no more. Long live the king. And there's a lot of recycled sounds, right? And I try to be as organic and authentic as possible. So I'll sit here and I'll clap on my mic from this side to that side. I'll merge it, make it my own sound. It's really my own sound. I'm DIY with it.
Like my props to all the producers that do all that work behind the scenes and sometimes don't get the credit they deserve. Me being an artist, I always felt like every time I released a song or every time in that regard, I would always rep the producer. I would always
Yeah,
give the producer their props. I would always give their producers their percentage. When it comes to people trying to take advantage of producers trying to take advantage of artists. So there's a little bit of both of those things. You started as an artist, with the voice being your engineer, which is kind
yeah.
of dope.
He got mad one day because I'm bringing beats over there, and like just like everybody else, they YouTube MP3 here or something, and he's like, "Yo, bro, just invest, invest in yourself, you know, and if anything, start making beats. That
Yeah.
way you don't gotta worry about producer splits, and now you're an artist producer. I'm teaching you engineering, you're artist, producer, engineer. How could anyone stop you?"
Yeah.
So my inspiration really came from him making beats. He pushed me like, yo, do them Drizzy, do them things. He loved Drizzy. He's like, yo, do them Drizzy Drake trades for me. They're like, I need those. And I'm like, I got you, bro.
Fun fact: I introduced the voice to Fruity Loops.
Oh snap.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
And
And
we're talking about Fruity Loops 3.5. That was the
yeah.
first time I ever heard of Fruity Loops. What made you get into beats, and how old were you?
So when I moved to Somerville, my stepfather had given me a big computer tower. You know what I'm saying, with the big monitor. You remember the monitors? They look like a big tube.
Yeah.
So I had that, and it was from dial-up when AOL was still a thing, and I didn't understand a lot because no one was teaching me, but I had Fruity Loops, right? The second one that came out, and I was just playing with it. I would be making beats. Nothing was mixed. I'm sure they were horrible. I would love to go see what those sounded
Yeah.
like today. You know what I'm saying? But, I started was like 11 years old, 12 years old. and then I put it down like around 14, 15. It just became an artist like full time instead of doing both. I just put down the producer hat and just picked up the artist hat, and I picked it up again
Yeah.
probably 4 years before Danny passed away. So about probably 6 years ago, I picked it back up, and muscle memory. So a lot of things came to me easy, and some things not so much. My 808s were trash. None of them were tuned. So I had to really go and do deep dive into YouTube University and
Mm.
learn everything, bro. Like from the bar, like this wasn't given to me. The only thing
Yep.
that was given to me was the gift from God. He's like, "Yo, I
Okay.
gave you the gift. Now go learn it or discover it within yourself so that you
Yeah.
can push forward."
Like I said, I noticed your growth, the change in sound, the change in quality. What stands out the most out of your catalog?
Different artists that I work with and different producers that I work with. When we work together, we work like it's like two peas in a pod. So I
Mm.
have the Germans who I really rock with, right? And they're nasty. The Reward Boys.
The
Go check them
reward
out.
boys.
Yeah, check them out on YouTube. So I manage one of them, right?
Okay.
Twix Production. The other one is Nifty Got That Heat. So them
Okay.
two, they're nasty. As far as artists go, I could work with anybody. And nobody could copy and paste this. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is the way I make beats. Nobody makes beats like that. Like you may have the same drums, but I guarantee it don't slap like mine. The melodies don't hit like mine. And shout out to every other producer who's actually grinding, because there's some dope producers out there. I learn from them as well. I take a
Okay.
little chapter, put that into mine, see how I could, you know, change it up a little bit and be different. To
Okay.
be
Any
different.
producer that you wouldn't that you would love to collab with?
Bricks the main, TV Digital, um, Hit Boy, Boy Wonder.
Mm.
I, you know, if Mac Miller was still here, him.
Okay.
I like to chase different. These people, different. They
All
don't
right.
sound like it. Don't sound like anybody else.
Okay.
I feel like they work like me.
So what are your favorite type of genres to work on?
All of them. That's what makes me versatile. You want to abstract, distorted, lo-fi, different, reversed, like trap with some hard-hitting drums,
Yeah.
snares that just pierce your ear in a pleasing way. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Some to make the car shake. I got you.
So AV, what you got coming out next, or what's in the works?
I'm working on my album finally, finishing it. Feel me? I actually have an artist I work with now, like hand in hand. We like this ASP, Arthur Supreme.
Okay,
He
shout
gets
outs
all
to
my
him.
gets all my beats from me. Like it's just me and him have this. We're building a sound
So
together.
AV, who have you work with from your city?
Don Daly, he's from Dorchester. Daughter the Dealer, he's from Cambridge. Um, I work with Brujo Live from Boston. With Spade Santoro, I got a feature coming with him. And I send out a lot of beats to people who I know can really do my beats justice. So I don't have a big catalog of artists. I
Yeah.
just build with certain artists and build that sound together. I worked with Pat Money. Pat Money loves my beats. I want to work with more people. Yeah, I'm very picky and strategic. I be cherry picking people because then I don't want my sound to just get washed. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
could really play yourself by doing that, like being
Okay.
so readily available to everybody. I want to
Okay.
see what music you actually have going forward, because I'm not here to just. We want to leave a mark,
You
history.
got your album in the works. So much to look forward to. For anybody that wants to get in contact with you, what are your socials?
Yo, AV Spazn all over the place, all over the place. On Facebook, if you want to get in contact with me with some personal stuff, like just shooting the stuff, Vic
Yeah.
Alexander. That's on Facebook, but I also have the AV Spazn, and that's where you can find the kid. I am gonna reshoot the letter to D the way I want to now. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
gonna
that
be
sounds good. AV, you already know.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. With many more to come, many more to come.
For sure. And you already know. If it's three for the what?
Stripes, bro.